Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Token Topics, a channel all about crypto and blockchain. I hope everyone out there is doing great. The topic of this video is Stellar XLM. In this video we're going to understand what the Stellar Development Foundation is and its role for the Stellar network. Also, we're going to go and get a review of 2021 and how that leads to a promising future for Stellar holders. Stellar is definitely a top crypto to hold in my personal opinion, and in this video you're going to see more why. Also, we're going to hear some words from Danielle Dixon, and also the Moneygram and Usdc and Flare network partnership is massive. So if you're a Stellar fan and you're wanting to learn more, you come to the right spot. If you do like the content, please hit the like and subscribe. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Invest at your own risk. I'm also not paid for or sponsored by Stellar or the Stellar Development Foundation. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive in. Alright, before I go any further, I have an awesome Decent Wallet announcement. Decent Wallet now supports NEXTYPE Finance. So this is great news for those who are holding NEXTYPE Finance and are looking for a secure wallet. Decent is excited to announce a new partnership with NEXTYPE Finance, the world's leading blockchain game integrated distribution platform, providing players with top blockchain game experience and dedicated to building the next generation gameverse in the coming metaverse. Perfect for Stellar holders, especially if you're into the whole space theme. So I'm going to put the link to this official announcement in the description below. So in this partnership, Decent Wallet will provide support for NEXTYPE Finance's native currency NEXTYPE Ecology token, which is NT, which is available on multiple blockchains. So users can easily add their BEP20 or HRC20 base NT account in Decent Wallet by searching for NEXTYPE from the supported list. It's very simple. And a great news with Decent is that the wallet already supports a connection to the HECO and BSC networks, so users can access NEXTYPE Finance platform and enjoy blockchain gaming such as mining Tycoon, NFTs, DeFi, and more. As you can see that pictured right here. So in this example, we initiated a wallet connection with the Mining Tycoon game. Notice the message shown when the wallet connection is triggered from the decentralized app site. It shows the details of the site URL and which blockchain network was chosen for the wallet connection, as you can see here. Mining Tycoon is the initial game launched by NEXTYPE, a virtual mining game that incorporates DeFi and NFT. The cool thing is that players can access their own virtual mining machines and mining farms for free by stake mining. They can get their NEXTYPE platform's token NT in various mining pools, and all stakes and outputs are executed by smart contracts which are completely open and transparent. And there's the Mining Tycoon link. I'm going to put the link to this in the description below. Hopefully you do go check it out. To put simply, the SDF, or the Stellar Development Foundation, is important to help the Stellar network grow and become mainstream. So as banks, fintechs, and financial institutions start to adopt this technology, the Stellar Development Foundation is there to make sure everything goes smoothly. All right, now let's hear some words from Ada Vaughan, who is head of marketing and business development with Stellar. And we're going to hear the use cases, and we're going to basically see the business model for the Stellar network.
Holders involved. And because Stellar is an open and permissionless network, really anyone can build anything they can imagine on Stellar. To create impact on the global financial system of today, Stellar is purpose-built for working with it. So we look to extend and not replace the world's existing financial infrastructure. So businesses that want to pay for goods and services across borders, banks and fintechs that want to quickly process payments and move assets, exchanges that are making, for example, on-chain liquidity with blockchain more accessible, and of course the developers who are building and integrating digital infrastructure across these financial systems. Governments are interested in Stellar, and we have a lot of communications where we speak with regulators and kind of inform or try to inform policymakers' decisions about blockchain technology. And then, of course, consumers who want to send, receive, and grow their hard-earned money. Really, everyone. Since entities can offer financial products and services and take advantage of these features to build better solutions to real-world problems, Stellar is uniquely useful. So how do they do it? We'll talk about that. There are three main things that people do on Stellar where it adds utility to these processes. The first is that in order to move an asset on Stellar, it has to be tokenized. So tokenization of assets is a digital representation. It could be what we call fiat assets, like a regular currency, a dollar, a euro, a British pound, a peso. Then once they have that value, they need to hold it, and they may want to diversify it. So they may start out with a US dollar tokenized on Stellar, but want to move to a Mexican peso, for example. Or they may want to send money to someone who, when they receive it, wants to change it to a different form of value. One of the things about blockchain and the reason why it's so valuable for financial systems is that it's immutable. So in the case of new technologies for moving money, there's a high motivation to tamper with these technologies. And because blockchain is so strong in terms of its immutability, its inability to be changed, and the ability to monitor it, it has a particularly high value in this use case. The third thing that people do once they have assets on Stellar is they want to send and exchange. As I was saying, going across border, making a payment to a business in another country where Stellar is used. And we'll start out with tokenization. So you might wonder, how does a dollar get on to Stellar? And that is this process called tokenization. In order to have a universal payment network where value can move, everything has to be in this form of a token.
Now let's hear some more words of the impact of Stellar on the remittance market.
Finally, remittances. We're going to talk about the remittance market, which is a very high impact area for financial inclusion, because many countries in the world have a large percentage of their GDP coming in remittances. There are families all over the globe that depend on remittances to survive, to live. And each year, about $500 billion of value is transferred cross-border through personal remittances. In most cases, they're small. They're $200 to $500, and the average cost is somewhere around 7%. In between developing economies, like I was mentioning in Africa, they'll be over 10% typically. So you have traditional money transfer organizations, but they're not as efficient as they could be. They're not as fast as they could be. And with the insertion of correspondent banks and kind of the older payment rails, there's definitely a lot of opportunities for improvement. And so we really see this Stellar powered remittances as a huge advantage. These are just a couple, Tempo and ARF, that enable remittances. Tempo is located in Paris and ARF is in Istanbul, and they enable remittances to happen in a much more seamless way across Europe. And Tempo has other pathways too, to Africa and additional locations. So it's really pretty exciting to see these remittance use cases come to life. Finally, I'm going to show you.
Now we have a better understanding of remittances and Stellar's impact will be massive with the new Moneygram partnership. Now let's learn more about this partnership.
One of our most exciting developments at Stellar is the use of Moneygram. So you may be, who's heard of Moneygram? Curious. It's a pretty large business, but they're primarily involved. So here's a couple people who have heard of the company Moneygram. And so what we've done with Moneygram in this recent partnership is connected digital wallets to Moneygram so that people have a pathway for cash in and cash out using the Moneygram physical locations, and the value moves on Stellar. And what's really cool about this is you have people who need to receive money in cash, for example, in Latin America, because that's how they primarily, live and transact. But they may not have a bank account, so they might not have a way to get the cash out. And so using these money transfer services, we're able to leverage Moneygram's retail locations along with the efficiency and speed of the Stellar network to get remittances, get cash in the hands of people much faster.
All right, that's a very long but informative video. So I'm going to put the link to that video down below. All right, Next topic, let's hear some words from Danielle Dixon, who is the CEO of the Stellar Development Foundation. And she's going to explain the roadmap and the USDC development and MoneyGram.
We just have to start at the roots. To grow and extend the roots of the Stellar network, we've remained focused on the 3 pillars of our roadmap to guide our work: supporting the robustness and usability of the Stellar network, helping Stellar to be the blockchain that people know and trust, and fostering sustainable Stellar use cases for cross-border payments. By making significant progress in what Stellar can offer, we helped local solutions scale their impact. First, let's start with one of the biggest developments on Stellar in 2021, Stellar USDC. At the beginning of the year, Circle's USDC stablecoin went live on the Stellar network. The impact of the world's fastest growing digital dollar currency entering the Stellar ecosystem was huge, with USDC immediately becoming a catalyst for growth for the ecosystem's fintechs, wallets, exchanges, and developers. They saw the potential to leverage the speed and low cost of the Stellar network to operate a global digital dollar and integrated Stellar USDC into their own products and services. Companies like Wire, a leading blockchain payments company, Stably, a fast-growing fintech, and Liquid and Bitso, 2 leading exchanges in Asia and Latin America, each led the way in leveraging USDC, and many more followed. And it was also this development that helped us forge the transformational relationship with Moneygram International. A trusted leader in the financial services industry, Moneygram was one of the first in the space to see the transformative power of blockchain. By integrating with the Stellar network and facilitating payments through Stellar USDC, Moneygram will enable cash in and cash out in local currencies for consumers using USDC as the bridge between different currencies with near instant settlement. So what's the magic behind the alignment between MoneyGram and Stellar? Well, MoneyGram achieves their global reach through an agent network that is all local. They operate in more than 200 countries with over 400,000 agent offices in your local convenience stores, big box retailers, and so much more. All these agents have their feet on the ground, and they know who their customers and regulators are. To be able to extend the reach of Stellar to this degree is truly extraordinary.
When I hear things like that, it makes me more and more bullish on. Also, want to remind my viewers and listeners, we have to also remind ourselves that there's newcomers that are coming on board. There's people that are wanting to learn about crypto. Every day there's new people jumping on board. They're looking for information and so on. So if any of this seems repetitive, it's only because it's good to know this information. So this goes back to a partnership that comes to mind with Stellar. Flare brings Ethereum capability to Stellar. XLM will be added to Flare's EVM-compatible smart contracts platform, and this is huge. I'm just going to go over the key takeaways, and I'll put the link to this article down below so you can go through it. So Flare Networks has announced that it will integrate Stellar Lumen's XLM as an F asset on its platform. This will make XLM compatible with Ethereum-based smart contracts and applications, and Flare has previously announced integration with XRP, Litecoin, and Dogecoin. So Flare's decision to integrate Stellar Lumens means that users will be able to create XLM-backed tokens and use those tokens with Ethereum-based DeFi projects like Uniswap. Users will also be able to stake their XLM to create more passive income, so it just keeps getting better. Also, I'd like to remind my viewers about the Aquarius Air snapshot that's just around the corner. There's going to be a second airdrop, and this is going to be a very generous one. So those who are holding XLM on a Stellar wallet during the time of the snapshot or on a participating exchange will receive Aqua. If you're wanting to learn more about this, I'm going to put the link to a video that I made about the snapshot and airdrop down in the description below. Keep your crypto safe with a decent biometric wallet from IOTrust. Buy it through Token Topics and receive a $10 off coupon. I am affiliated with Decent Wallet, and I personally use them myself, and I do enjoy the wallet. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching another edition of Token Topics. Go ahead and comment your thoughts and opinions down below. Are you a Stellar XLM holder? Are you new to crypto? Have you been holding for a long time? Do you believe in this project? I do. I believe it's definitely a top crypto to hold. So I want to say again, thank you, everyone. You all take care out there.